All right, my folks. So today we're going to talk HTML for a minute because we're preparing to do the Wikipedia article that you're looking at. We're going to scrape some web, um, for which we need a spatula. This one? No, I'm just jacking with you. We're going to use Python as a spatula. So first things first, we just need to understand a little bit about HTML. HTML is a deep dive. You can take, um, a couple of classes in it. It's really it's a lot bigger than I'm going to give it credit for here. What I'm going to treat as the idea of HTML is roughly the way that content gets organized and displayed on your web page. So here I have a web page for the thing I'm looking at. If I right click in here, I get a couple options. I can either view page source or inspect it. I'm going to go look at the view page source results just quick. I've got that open in this tab. If you, PS, want to view the source for any web page, you can do that. This is what your computer looks at. So this is what Chrome is seeing. And then Chrome typesets this for you. You can actually use this to do a number of kind of convenient things. Like if you've ever wanted to get a window, or get an image that somebody's not letting you right click on, or if you've ever wanted to get around a paywall, some of those things are available here. So just first things first, if you look down this, there's a lot of stuff here, right? For one thing, the entire guts, the contents of the website is in this thing for the most part. Should be noted, this website doesn't rely on a huge amount of JavaScript, so most of the source is just right here. If you're trying to figure out what something is, viewing the page source is actually really not the right tool for that. So let me just look down here for a couple of things. One, up at the top, I've got this HTML class is a client, Node.js, the language is English, there's a directory thing, there's some header stuff, there's a meta tag. Some of these things are pretty obvious, like this one, the title, web scraping Wikipedia, that's what's generating this tab title, right? There's a script here that's running some JavaScript in the background. If you want to take a deeper dive, JavaScript is a great language to learn because it appears on lots of websites. It's pretty versatile. There's a whole dive there, a couple of semesters worth of stuff to learn. That is, PS, a big data security thing. If you're going into data security, just jam on the JS and the HTML. Those are really the tool you're going to want for that. Then there's a bunch of link tags and a bunch of meta tags. Like this thing is a one-line tag, right? And probably what that is a link, right? Okay, that seems legit. Then there's a body tag, and the body is going to be the body of the website. And then there's a whole bunch of these div tags. Those are divisions. Those are just sections of the website. Usually those are used for kind of typesetting stuff. Then there's like a table, and then there's a whole bunch of, you'll see a whole bunch of anchor tags. That's these guys. That's what you use to actually make a link, to typeset a link. So that has a hyperlink reference, which is where it goes to, and then a title, which is an accessibility thing, and then the text that's actually linked, right? So you might want to hide where a link's going. In that case, you'd use an anchor tag. Then we've got a whole bunch of these P startings and P endings. Oh, I maybe wasn't clear about that. HTML tags come in a start and a stop. So the start is, in this case, the start of the paragraph, and the stop is the end of the paragraph in this case. So a P tag is a paragraph tag. You'll see that all this crap is just crammed together. That's just because it's white space doesn't matter for HTML, so it's all sent over as one big long wad of stuff. So it's a little bit hard to figure out exactly which thing's which here. You're probably like, okay, so this one says web scraping a web page involves fetching it. And so then I might go here and see, okay, so this paragraph starts with that. That like back and forth between tabs is a super annoying way to figure out what bit does what. To figure out what bit does what, right click and hit it, inspect instead. And then you can click over here and it'll tell you which bit you're in, or you can scroll over here and find out which thing you're looking at. So like, I was interested in this part. Tell me where that is. So that's in this paragraph here. See, I just right clicked and hit inspect again, so it would highlight. Okay, so that's this paragraph here. And then there's this link. So if I wanted to, look for an embedded image, like say for whatever reason I decided that I really wanted to copy this image tag, right? I'd hit inspect and then I can see that link. So then if I follow this link, come on, let me in here. Okay, so if I grab that link and just go there, I get that little image. So that kind of lets you get around. You can turn stuff on and off in here. So if you want to see what this would look like without that, you can just hit delete in here. This is not changing the website, it's just changing your view of it, right? So now I have a different view of the website. But say I wanted to, like remove a paywall or something, or get around a paywall. I might like find, part of this thing, or if I had a really annoying ad, I would inspect the element for that ad and then delete it. Wikipedia obviously doesn't have really annoying ads, but so let this be your, oh wait, headings. So the other thing that there are headings. So like this guy's a heading. So that's an H2 heading. So what we're gonna end up doing is using a little Python to pull some source code. That source code is gonna be HTML, and then we're gonna like go through it and look at some stuff. Because the HTML kind of browser in Python doesn't have this kind of inspectability, you'll need to be able to guess at what some things are. So like, it's important for you to know that paragraphs are P tags and links are A tags and headers are H1, 2, 3 tags. The reason they're H1, 2, 3 is because screen readers treat those a little differently. Like, so this was my H2 tag, which is one of these like underlined tags. Like, my guess is that this thing here with semantic annotation recognizing, my guess is that that's an H3 tag. Let's confirm that. Yeah, it's an H3 tag. A span is, actually, I don't remember. I think that's a CSS thing. Let's go look. So if I want to know what a tag does, I'm just going to look in here. I've got the W3 schools open just because it's the first one that pops. Span. Okay, so a span's just used to color or style some text. Oops, that's just an example. Definition, inline container used to mark up something. Okay, so if I go look at my span here, my guess is that that's actually just used to make it part of the style sheet or something. I'm not actually completely sure, and that's totally fine. I'm definitely not an HTML expert, and I don't expect you to be either. So, important things, paragraphs are P's, anchors, lengths, right, are A's, headers are H1 through 3's. You're going to see mostly H2 and 3 tags when you're parsing Wikipedia. I don't think that Wikipedia has a great many H1 tags. This would be my only guess for an H1 tag. Yep, there you go. That is an H1 tag. And then everything else is H2 tags because this article is really only about one thing, right? It's about web scraping. While we have it open, web scraping is the process by which either a person or a program goes out to the internet and collects some information and then processes it somehow. So in our case, what we're going to do is we're going to scrape Wikipedia articles and we're going to look at what's inside them. And then you guys are going to make a cool little gizmo that pulls some kind of interesting information out of a Wikipedia page for me. So this has been your HTML crash course. I'm going to link the W3 schools in the video description and in the Canvas module. If you find another great resource that you like for HTML explanations, or you find a nice video, feel free to throw it in the comments for this, or DM it to me or whatever.